If you have a message for young Africans watching us right now, what would that message be?
I would say, hey, believe in the power of your brain. Believe in your potential and believe that you can make it wherever you are. Everything is in here.
This month, I've taken it upon myself to highlight young people living in Ghana that are doing an incredible job that we don't see them on the media. I mean, they are advocating for zero waste.
Perfect.
Right?
That's our keyword. The keyword is zero waste.
I got my plastics right from my house. And guess what? He has another plastics that is coming from the community. There is a saying that another man's poison is another man's food. This is exactly what is happening right here at GAYO, Green Africa Youth Organization. You guys are doing an incredible job.
You won! You won!
Yes.
You guys won!
We won!
You did.
Like,
we are getting first reactions. Another Earthshot prize comes to Africa. Ghana, stand up.
My name is Desmond Alugna. I'm co-founder for Green Africa Youth Organization and in charge of the zero waste model. We work mainly on just transition and energy. We work on implementing zero waste cities in Africa. We are youth-led, we are gender balanced. The driving energy of young people is the driving energy that runs GAYO even today. All that.
What do you do with this? Why you taking rubbish, bro?
This is not rubbish at all. So to the waste pickers, to us here, this is money.
This is absolutely incredible. Can you believe that this young man is converting your waste into money? This is money.
This is money. This is real good cash. Like a cash that you not really have to invest a lot of money, because you can literally walk on the street and have your sack and be picking these plastics, and then you can make your money. You don't really have to get any investment to start doing this business.
But it's dirty. This is our daily plastic waste that we throw everywhere. And look at it. They build it, and very soon some are gonna go into exportation. Some will also end up back into the market for recycle.
There is a world that waste doesn't need to exist, where waste becomes a resource. That's the world that we are trying to take everybody to.
Where are you taking this to?
Right now, our off-takers are like groups like Polytank. I mean, previously, the larger market was export market, but now we have a lot of interest groups in the market here locally. There's also a new group in town which is buying like a lot of our products, and I have not visited them before, but what they say is that they are making it, they are using for synthetic hair wig and stuff like that. So
your wigs comes from here? I've seen plastics everywhere, but I had no idea that GAYO is converting our plastics into something meaningful.
Yeah.
my name is Desmond Alugna, and I'm going to show you how we are revolutionizing waste management to create cleaner air at GAYO.
You know what? If you're a Ghanaian watching this video, if you're an African youth watching this video, a round of applause for GAYO, man. My brother,
WODEMAYA.
it's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, the pleasure is all ours.
I have a gift for you.
I can imagine. These are your waste from home, huh?
My waste from home.
Thank you.
You like it?
Yeah, of course.
This is waste, bro.
As you can see.
You're the waste man. Nice to meet you,
This is
Waste Man.
what we do here.
This is what you do
Yeah,
for a
sorry,
living?
my hands are a bit dirty.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
Where is this place?
This is Ladade Kotopon Municipal Assembly.
Okay.
MRF, Material Recovery Facility. That Gayo structured here. But this is really the assembly,
Okay.
the government office. And then we are right behind because they are like the sole, they have the responsibility for managing municipal solid waste.
Okay.
And so who is better placed for you to partner with if you are working on waste than the assembly?
What gave birth to this idea of making sure that our plastics from our various homes are being accumulated in here?
Gayo as an organization started about 10 years ago.
Okay.
But even prior to that, I was already organizing colleagues to do cleanups because, you know, you see a lot of plastics on our beaches, you see plastics on campus. This time I was in the University of Cape Coast.
Yeah.
So it was really like by default trying to see the environment clean.
When we saw that when it rains, there's a lot of flooding. There's a lot of waste all over the place, especially when you're driving in the mornings, in the night and driving on the streets, see a lot of waste on the streets and all that. There was a need to collect these things. Upon our research and everything, we realized that most of this flooding are caused by the plastics that are clogged in the drainages and amongst others. So we have to come up with an idea. What do you do with this waste? We have to then start collecting them. Collecting them and then...
And so the aspect of really taking a zero waste model, as we call it, and making it something that can earn a living, that can support and employ many people, came in way later after we've organized so many cleanup exercises, and then we are asking ourselves every now and then, so then what next, you know?
Were you doing all of that for free?
We were doing that on volunteer basis.
No one was paying you?
Yeah, no one was paying. Nobody was, you know, I mean, as you probably can tell, I have my way of convincing communities to come on board to support with the cleanup exercises and stuff like that, and even convincing the district assembly, especially in Cape Coast CCMA, to come with the big truck after we do the cleanup, and then they will pick it up, you know. But then as time went on, we realized that there are so many variety of waste, and some of them could be utilized for something else. And so why do we just, you know, keep suffering and, you know, not supporting those who are earning a living from it, like waste pickers?
That came to the point where we had to get this MRF and the waste workers for them to work on this.
What happens in here?
Well, this is where waste is built, so you can call it a waste bank. Because we collect, we bring on board plastics, electronic, metal, organics, food waste from the hotels, from the community, from the markets, you know, the way African market system works. Some of the fruits and food, they, you know, go waste right there, even before they get to the table. And so this is where we bring all that, and then different innovations are then set in. So after the sorting is done, as you can see, these people are still sorting, final sorting. But most of the sorting also comes from the community already. And then after everything is done, you come here where it is built. It's built to these bales. Each of them is about 1,400 kilos, so like 1.4 tons. 1.2, 1.4 tons per bale. And once it is built, it is ready for the market.
Oh, you have a machine for baling?
Yeah, the baler is right here.
You convert our daily waste into
something valuable.
Something valuable.
Exactly.
That deserves a round of applause, man.
And this is climate solution for us, as we are everything you are seeing here, because this is a burden. In order to get off the burden, you have to find ways to deal with the burden. And one way of solving that burden is to find value in it. So as you can see, some of these bales, it comes like this from the community, sometimes not really, also comes like this. And then at the end, we put it together like this, and then it has its places that it goes to. And so if this is recycled into, for example, your big waste bin that you have at home, your big poly tank that you have at home, of course it becomes useful, right? And that's the point at which people see the value in it. But when it's like this, people don't really see it easily.
So you guys are adding value to our plastic waste.
Exactly, we are adding value to waste in general.
Fresh graduate from university and you decided to go pick plastic waste. What were people telling you?
I think even before what people were telling me, I think I had an instance somewhere in Osu. And just imagine that you're going through somebody's boiler, as we call it here, and then you are seeing baby diapers and what have you. Already, I think I started questioning myself before people question. You know, like, okay,
This is the life you want.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, look at what I'm going through. It doesn't really, you know, it's not the cleaner aspect of a graduate job as it is. But then I think with the internal conviction of having a goal, knowing that this is the aim and I want to reach there, anything at all that looked like a stumbling block just looked at like something that you can step on and leap. So I never really, and because of already internalizing and building this, whatever people say didn't really come across as something that looked like so bad, or it didn't weaken me. And you know, because of Zoom Lion, which is like the most popular waste management, waste collection group in the country. So anybody, that's the name they give you. They don't call you waste manager or something. It's a Zoom Lion. And what that translates is also what close allies and family members now see you as. And for me, I didn't want to get that label. And so I made sure that the climate activism, the climate advocacy aspect of it dominated my narrative.
Nobody called you.
Yeah, so I mean, people still refer you as you Zoom Lion ejumano. You the ones doing the Zoom Lion job. But yeah, but it's not you know.
Yeah.
You have to go through life.
You've been doing this for 10 good years.
Yeah.
Was there at any point in your life you felt like, you know what, I cannot do this anymore. It's time for me to give up on this journey?
Well, to be honest, there has been several stages where I start asking myself, is this what I want to be known for?
Wow.
And what's the value of really doing this?
Wow.
You know? So, but then, because I conquered this within myself, with time, I didn't really have so much hesitation. Even when I finished, when I in 2018, when I left to do my further studies in Germany, after my studies, I was living there, I was working, and I have to be honest with you, the fulfillment level was never the same as compared to before I left. So after the COVID, I was like, I couldn't even wait. When COVID was there, I wanted to come back because I had finished my studies. Immediately after COVID, 2021, I decided to return.
You got opportunity to study abroad?
Yeah.
Through scholarship or?
Yes, through scholarship.
What did you study there?
I studied climate governance.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did you stay after school?
Yeah, I stayed for, yeah, pretty much almost close to a year, but.
And you came back?
Yeah, I came back.
Why did you come back?
I came back because, so I decided to keep my residency, you know, easy movement in the EU, and I mean, being resident means that you have access to many other European countries, and I do attend conferences and what have you. So for the meantime, I kept my residency, and just for the benefit of the doubt, maybe I come back and then things are not as exciting as
it was before.
I felt, you know. But then when I returned, I think things just, you know, every day, now and then, I'm applying different, you know, tactics. With time, I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay.
say this is worth it?
More than worth it. I mean, you can see even today is not our busiest day, but you can see people around, can see waste pickers working. We have so many waste pickers in the communities, and this is like how they earn income. This is how they take their kids to school. This is how they pay their bills. It's more than worth it to me.
Should I say that your entire factory is filled with plastics?
Yes, you can say that. Plastic is actually something that people do not give so much attention to.
Okay.
But I think it's time for us to give a lot of attention to plastic. Not only plastic, like waste in general. Because a lot of waste are recyclable, they can be repurposed, and you can actually, if you think about it, you can make something out of it, some cash, cool cash.
Are you guys making some cash out of it?
No, we are not making cash. The waste workers are making cash out
Oh,
of
the
it.
waste workers?
The waste workers.
Can you employ me as a waste worker?
You are welcome.
Because I really want to make cash.
You are welcome.
Especially PS ni bi ombe hu say uye adwuma. No say, young lady say now to bala hu ye adwuma by to me no dey me hu ni say ye boama o man na akoso.
So this is compost.
Yeah.
Basically, what farmers are struggling with, especially those who are in urban areas. When you go to Kolebu area where we have a lot of our off-takers for the compost, what they are struggling with is that the synthetic fertilizer that they've been applying, the ones that government subsidizes, destroys the soil. And so they keep increasing the volume in order to make the same yield. What we are doing is rejuvenating soil biodiversity with compost. So these are the natural material, food waste, from the restaurant, food waste from the market, you know the way our market systems.
How long is it supposed to be here to decompose?
6 weeks.
6
Each
weeks.
of these beams takes 6 weeks.
And right after that, you sell it?
Yes, right after that we sell it.
You got it for free?
Well, we spend a lot of money bringing it to the station.
Nah, but
acknowledge that.
But you got it for free.
And a lot of energy also goes into that.
Bro, why you not answer my question? So what is the main goal behind you taking food waste like this?
So the main goal is that a lot of these food waste normally go in the drainages, and the cholera comes every rainy season. You know the numbers that government we will lose as a country, and then government spends so much money to solve cholera cases in the hospitals. There are no beds and what have you. The second part of that is that food systems, urban food systems, is really key. Now, a lot of the cabbage sellers that you see, they get their cabbage from farmers that use our compost. It's safer, it is cleaner for everybody to consume. So the end goal is to make sure that as we are solving climate issues, we are improving health in general.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How many people have you guys employed in here?
So in total, we have employed about 35 people just here in this MRF. Aside the other MRFs too, we have some other employed people there.
You don't have a total number?
So in total, when you're looking at the informal waste workers that we have registered, we have about 600 plus waste workers we've registered.
You guys are creating employment?
Yes.
From plastic waste?
Exactly. That is actually the motivation.
600, eh?
600 plus.
Oh, I wanted to say I'm 601.
Yeah.
You started this business with nothing. Can I ask you what is the worth of this business right now?
Well, I guess what everybody knows is the £1 million that we want.
No.
It's the £1 million that we want. I would like to stick to that.
The earth shot for cleaner air goes to GAIO, Green Africa Youth Organization. Congratulations.
How did you feel when you won the £1 million? How's the feeling like?
The feeling was great. I mean, you were in Cape Town with me, right?
Yeah.
And I really, the room, even when we were announced as winners for the category for clean air, you could see that the whole room shook. That tells you how much people were also rooting for us. As for me, I don't think I can recollect properly how my feeling was because I was overwhelmed. I had a speech written, really nice speech that I was going to deliver. I couldn't find it. I didn't know where I kept it in my pocket. But then I just went with the flow and people still say, wow, that was good, that was good. I'm like, you should have waited for me to bring the one that I wrote, you know? So the excitement was overwhelming.
About 5 years ago, Gayo was progressing, but very slowly. And I had to make a tough decision to return from Germany. And a lot of people said that was a crazy idea. But we believe that the best solutions, the best minds are normally the ones who are closer to the problem. This is to the youth of Africa. This is to the youth in the world. Thank you.
An endorsement of youth leadership, and we're so proud that this award has come to a youth-led organization, and this is testament to the numerous ideas and potential of African youth. And we're so proud, especially of the entire Gayo family who are still in the offices watching us live.
But I would like to also say that now we have not only several locations in Ghana for the same business, but we have in Uganda, we have in Botswana, and as at now, we are having conversations. And I was actually talking to your wife earlier that we are going to set up in Kisumu in Kenya. So the business has gone beyond just in Ghana. It has gone, and we are hoping that it will go beyond Africa.
So you have an African dream for Gayo.
We have an African dream, which is already in place. It's already working. And we are very, very confident that others beyond Africa will also source the plan and they will use the strategy because it's self-reliant, and the whole game is that how do we make solving climate solutions become self-sustaining and also employable. What is the future of Gayo looking like? Well, already we are like on our 10th year. We have close to 50 employees spread across Africa, and we're working with over 5,000 waste pickers also spread across Africa. Where do I see this in the near future? Right now, our waste picker groups are forming beyond cooperatives, but becoming national association of waste pickers. That is a voice that is going to also make changes in laws in countries that are not even in Ghana, that is not only Ghana. And I'm also expecting that in the near future, a lot of young people who are coming up, being motivated, being also supported to start their businesses through the activities of Gayo, are going to scale and become even more impactful and more life-changing and game-changing across the continent.
If you had a chance to change one thing in Ghana or in Africa in general, what would that be?
If I had the chance to change one thing, especially, I want to speak in line of this particular waste value chain, would be to stop producing problematic and single-use plastics, for example, because those don't get, I mean, the value is really nothing, you know, compared to the harm that it causes. And to do that, I would have actually encouraged government to establish the EPR schemes, extended producer responsibility, which means that if you are producing plastics, whatever form of plastics you are doing, you are equally paying enough to the consumer side so that it can be collected efficiently.
If you have a message for young Africans watching us right now, what would that message be?
I would say, hey, believe in the power of your brain. Believe in your potential and believe that you can make it wherever you are. Everything is in here.
So you mean that you can actually make it in Africa?
I believe that I'm making it, to be honest. And this is Africa. This is Ghana.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Never give up on the continent. the continent is green and is greener for you. So if
Yeah,
you're going out
perfect.
there for your greener pastures, make sure you come to Green Africa Youth Organization.
Green gas, everyone.